Meanwhile, America, everybody, is experiencing a shortage of truck drivers. That's a problem that some think can actually be fixed by autonomous trucks. So joining us now is Matt Manero. He's the founder and president of Commercial Fleet Financing, Inc., and author, of course, of the book, You Need More Money. The book right here. Matt, great to have you here with us.
Gentlemen, nice to be here.
All right, so Matt, let's first discuss the trucker shortage. What factors have actually created this perfect storm to make a trucker shortage even worse now than it was before?
Yeah, it is a perfect storm. Depends how you look at it. Positive for truckers, maybe negative for consumers. You know, freight rates are up 30%. That's being passed on to the consumer. We're paying more at the store. But the trucker shortage has been around forever. And I'm an expert in trucking. It has always been the #1 problem for trucking companies. How do you recruit these people to drive these trucks? And we just put in legislation, regulation change in December called ELDs, electronic log devices, which means you can't cowboy truck anymore. You can't run 2 logbooks. You can't skirt the system. The computer is going to tell you whether you ran your 11 hours and took your 10 hours off. Yeah. That's the problem.
Which is basically the similar situation, or something that we saw with the Tracy Morgan situation of, you know, with the...
It was. That was before ELDs, and that driver was out of hours, but still drive.
And so, as we're looking at this, you mentioned the consumer in all of this too, and so which companies are being most impacted by this as we're seeing more and more capital being thrown into logistical efforts, into shipping efforts, and benefits for some of these subscribers who fall in underneath of Amazon and Walmart and whatever the case is?
Guys, I've been financing trucks for 25 years, tens of thousands of trucks. Nobody cared about trucking until now, right? Trucking has finally actually become a sexy topic. Autonomous trucks are real. They are coming. You will see a truck with no driver in it from delivering freight from Dallas to Houston in the next 5 years.
In the next 5 years?
That'll be going from Los Angeles to Phoenix. That will be going from Phoenix to Las Vegas.
So you're saying domestically across all over the place?
Absolutely. Now, it's not going to deliver from Midtown Manhattan down to Wall Street.
Right, but
it is absolutely going to run open highways. And that truck will be controlled both through computers and through video cameras, but most likely probably by a person in a dispatch center with a joystick, and that joystick will literally control that truck.
Well, the big question though in all of this, and this all does sound very sexy and exciting, and we're showing some of the footage of a lot of that as well, which, you know, when we see new Tesla autonomous trucks coming in, the design of them, it's really exciting. But the big question is what happens to all those truck drivers that lost their jobs through autonomous technology? What happens with them?
They're in trouble. The old school cowboy trucker is in trouble. Trucking is a business of pennies per mile. And for anyone in the space who doesn't understand that, that's how we make our money. So without absolute focus on what's happening in the future, a lot of those jobs are going to go away. But there's a lot of truckers who want out of the business anyway, right? It's harder to make money. Look, you're away from your family 2-3 weeks at a time. Yeah. The dirty little secret of trucking is divorce and kids not knowing their parents, right? And loneliness and depression. There's real problems in the trucking market in that regard. And autonomous trucks will solve that problem, not 100%, but they will solve a large percentage of that problem. There's no way to stop it.
Is there a new skill set that existing truckers could pick up that would help them within the new autonomous age of trucking, where you would still need perhaps a companion person in the vehicle?
Yep. Yes, and someone's going to have to man the joystick that mans the truck. So it's almost like an aircraft controller, if you will, right? So rather than necessarily learning how to do this, you might just learn how to do this.
Can they already begin getting trained for that too?
Yeah, it's a great question. I don't know about where a guy could go to learn that, but there are a lot of startups that are beginning to figure this out and running the roads in beta test.
We want to get your take also on what's going on with Uber Freight as well. What's your take on that?
Look, I think that's a big deal. A company like an Uber Freight or a Cargomatic who are basically saying off of your phone, you pick the freight you want to pick up, and you can sleep in your bed at night and make the same amount of money because they'll pay you within 24 hours. That means you don't have to run lettuce from Los Angeles to New York and be away for three weeks at a time. It's a big deal in trucking. How the trucker can pick their loads and stay home more, and there are a lot of companies trying to address that issue. It's a big deal.
Absolutely. All right, we want to thank Matt Manero. He's the founder and president of Commercial Fleet Financing, Inc., and author, of course, of the book, You Need More Money.
He ain't lying.
Right there. He ain't lying. We all need more money. We're glad he told us about it, by the way.
Thanks so much,
Matt.
Thank you, guys. Pleasure here, too.
And guys, coming up, we'll count you down to the market close. It's been a day.